Welcome to your yoga practice for today. Today we're going to work on 3 things. Increase mobility, also impacting your ability to recover after a stumble. And lastly, we're going to work on your stress level so you can catch if you trip. All you need is a chair with no arms, no experience is necessary. Let's get started. Sitting back in your chair, place your hands on your lap, and let's place feet hip-width apart. Take a couple of deep breaths in just to settle into your chair, being very aware of the temperature in the room as you're breathing. And sort of shuffle your feet forward and back on the floor. Wake up those nerve endings in your feet. Reach up and breathe in. And exhale. Sweep it down. Bring yourself back to center. And now let me turn sideways so you have a better view of this modified sun salutation for chair. So reach up, breathe in. Exhale, sweep your body down, fingers reaching towards the floor. 1 breath here. Sweep up. And as those arms come down, lift your right knee towards your chest. If you're able, drop your knee towards your forehead. Release and lower that foot down. What did you notice in that low back? Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, bring your body down, reaching towards the floor. And now as you come upright, begin to lift that left leg off the chair. Knee is up towards your chest. If you can, tap your forehead to your knee. Bring your head back upright. Release that leg. Reach up and breathe in. Exhale, sweep it down. Now with your hands at your lowest point, we are going to trace the shape of a rainbow directly in front of your eyes as you're rocking back and forth over those hips, tracing that rainbow on the floor. 1 more time each way. That's mobility in that mid and low back. Press up. With your hands, roll your shoulders back and down. Again, roll your shoulders back and down. Now let's really wake up your shoulders and all the nerve endings around your shoulders that allow you to function through range of motion. We are going to do something called reach back, reach forwards. So follow my lead. My right hand is going to reach to the back wall. I rotate my head towards my hand, looking back. And now sweep your hand back to your lap. Other arm up. Look back at that hand as it reaches back. And bring it forward. Now right hand reaches to the left front corner of your room. Feel the length happening. And bring it back, reach across to the right front corner of your room. And come back to center. This is that rotation I was mentioning. Reach back with the left hand, look back. And bring it back to center. It's like looking back when we're driving in our car. And reaching forward, right arm reaches to the left front corner. Really lengthen through those fingers, bring it back. Reach to the right front corner. And bring it back to center. Take a breath before we do this last set. Rotation is critical for function. Reach back, look back. Feel those ribs rotating. Left arm, reach back, look back. And bring it back to center. Last time, reach into the front corners, left side, and bring it center. Reach across, right front corner. And bring it back to center. So now let's go ahead and rotate our left knee towards the wall. Our right leg is extended straight behind. This is mobility, but it's also waking up the nerve endings in your hips, knees, and ankles. So, being sideways on your chair, both arms are reaching up overhead, lengthen through your fingertips. And now rotate your shoulders so that your chest is open facing your screen. Now drop that back arm and reach up with the opposite hand to the ceiling. Bring that arm down, bring the back arm forward. Let's hip hinge forward for a humble warrior. We're going to repeat that one more time on this side. Press up, reach up, warrior one. Lengthen through those fingers, take it out to warrior two. Nice, bring it back, reverse warrior. And drop that arm, lower yourself into humble warrior. Great job, bring yourself upright. Feet together in front. Let's do a forward fold. Countering that move in your back. Sweep up, fingers reaching to the back wall. Feel your chest open. And lower. I'm going to rotate my chair here. My right knee is facing the right wall. My left foot is behind. Resting on the side of that foot, let's go ahead. Warrior one, reaching through your fingers. And rotating warrior two. Reaching back, reverse warrior. Notice what you're feeling in your mid and low back. Rotate, bopped my elbow there. Going down for humble warrior. One breath here. All right, press up, reach up, look up. And sweep those arms out to the side, lengthening, pressing the tops of your hands toward the back wall. Feel that chest opening more. Now arms back, right by your side, to allow you to reach back in reverse warrior. And lower that front arm, bring the other arm around, going down in humble warrior. 2 breaths here. And press yourself up. Come back to center. Let's do 1 breath here. We're going to go into chair tree pose. So I'm going to scooch towards one side of my chair so that this foot can rest on the side bar of my chair. If you don't have one of those, you can just get a larger book to put on the floor and elevate this 1 foot off the floor. Pause if you need to get into that position. All right, we all have our foot elevated off the floor. Arms are reaching up towards the sky. And you can leave your foot resting on the side bar, or lift that foot off that sidebar for a single leg tree pose for chair. 2 breaths here. If your foot is hovering, you're really using those quads. So important for power and mobility. Let's cross that left foot over the right, grasping the side of your chair with your left hand. Hinge forward from your hips, not your back, and you'll feel length being created around the hip and upper outside leg. 2 breaths here. Last breath. Open the legs, greater than hip width, scooching forward. This is that forward back motion that I was talking about. Let's create a lot of additional movement in your spine. Hands are up above your head, sweeping down. It's winter here. Perhaps you are chopping wood. Sweep those arms back and hip hinge as you come down, reaching towards the floor. Keeping those hands down below your shoulders. 2 breaths. And last breath in. Press yourself upright. Bring your feet together. I'm turning my chair. So this is my standing leg this time. My right leg is elevated on the side of my chair. Arms are up for tree. Again, you can lift that leg completely off the floor for an added quad strength developer. 2 breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, bring that right leg across, holding on to your shin, moving from your hips. Let's hinge forward, opening up. More mobility in that right hip. Enjoy that length. 2 breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, lower your leg. Your feet are about hip width apart. Come forward slightly again. Grasping your axe in your hands, we are sweeping down and through for wood chop. It's an amazing strength developer in the front and back of your torso, also your legs. Last time, reach up. Exhale, sweep down. 2 breaths here, lengthening the back side of the body. Beautiful job. And bring your body upright. Let's open those legs more than they were before. My right arm is resting inside my thigh as the left arm reaches up. Again, feel that rotation for your mid and low back. Let's reverse. Left arm is reaching inside the thigh. Right arm is reaching up and you're looking up. One more breath here. Great job. Lower that arm. Let's bring your feet back to hip width, staying forward. Let's move your spine in 2 different directions. Mobility. Forearms are resting on your thighs. Hands are on top of your knees. You are going to press into your knees with your hands, straightening those arms, looking up for cobra. Let's start to bend the elbows, lowering your body down, Arms are resting on those thighs again. 2 more. Pressing into your knees. Arms begin to straighten. Look to the sky. And now begin to lower your gaze forward, bend your elbows, resting on top of those thighs. Last time, press into your knees. Arms are straightening. Look up and back. Last time in this cobra, lengthening the front of the body. Bend the elbows. Looking down. 1 breath here. And exhale, bring yourself upright. Now, let's grasp the side of your chair. Scooch forward ever so slightly more. Feet are hip width. As you press down on the seat of your chair, you are going to lift your tush off the seat and then lower, or go into a full chair bridge pose. So which one's right for you as we do 3? Are you ready? Let's press down into the chair and lift and bridge if you can. Bring it back down. Roll your shoulders. Get ready. And press, lift, or bridge. Bring it back down. Roll your shoulders. Shake those hands this time. Last time, press down in the chair. Lift the tush or bridge. And bring your seat back in your chair. 2 breaths here. Last breath, I'm turning my chair the opposite direction. As you exhale, extend your feet forward. You are slightly forward in your chair. We're going to do down dog for chair. But instead of reaching forward, we're going to reach out to the front corners. So hinging forward from that hip, down dog for chair. 1 more breath here. Bring yourself upright. Leave your right leg extended. Slide your left heel back. Bring your hands to heart center. Rotate and hinge forward. This is called sage twist. It's so good for legs and your torso. And let's take 2 breaths here. Deep breathing is so important for reducing stress. 1 more breath in. And exhale. Come back to center. 1 breath. Very nice. Extend the left leg forward. Hands are at heart center. You rotate and hinge forward for a sage twist on the left. 2 breaths. Last breath in. And out. Bring yourself upright. And now extend both legs out in front. We are now on a rowboat. You have your oars in your hand. You are going to reach forward, pull those oars back, drive your elbows back behind your back, and begin again. Driving those oars through the water, elbows back. Start the cycle again, down, pull back, elbows, and twice more, reach down, pull back, elbows. Last time, Reach down, pulling your boat through the water. Back, elbows, release. Let's extend your right leg forward, holding under the right thigh with your right hand, and reaching the left hand forward, half staff pose. Beautiful, release that leg. Elevate that left leg off the floor, holding under the leg with your hand, extending the right hand forward, again, half staff pose. Bend the leg. Let's slide down the front of your legs for our forward fold. Bring your body upright. Scooting towards the left side of your chair. My left hip is partly on the chair. It's going to allow me to step way back with that left leg and enjoy that length being created in that left hip. One more breath. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So bring that leg back in. Scoot your right hip partly off your chair, holding onto the left side with your left hand. Extend that right leg behind as far as is comfortable for you. And if you're very comfortable, you might put your hands at heart center. Final lengthening that we're gifting our body with. You know, it doesn't take mammoth effort to regain mobility. It takes consistent effort. Small bites. Hands at heart center, rotate to the right. And now reach those fingertips toward the floor. Feel what's happening in your upper shoulders. Bring your hand back to center. And now rotate left. Reach down. Beautiful, come back to center. And now one more visit to your shoulders. Extend your arms out. Bend the elbows. And you are going to either place the tops of your hands together or intertwine your arms with elbows at shoulder height or eagle arms. Enjoy this separation you're feeling in those shoulders. Shoulder blades moving away from your spine like they're supposed to. One more breath here. And now release. Shake your arms out. Extend your arms out in front, palms up. Bend your wrists so your fingertips are up towards the sky. Rotate, thumbs are down. Rotate, fingers up. Rotate, fingers down. Intertwine your fingers and do a figure eight with those hands. Twice more. Last time around. And open those fingers very wide and release. Let's visit the feet one more time. Again, shuffle your feet on the floor. And now perched on your right heel, point your toes toward your face. Point your toes down. Point your toes toward your face. One more time on this side. Point down. Point up. Rotate. Opposite direction. Bring that leg down and let's do the same thing on the opposite side. Point your toes. And back towards your face. Point your toes. Back towards your face and big circles. That motion is critical for balance and recovery when you stumble. Opposite rotation. Bring your feet down. We are back where we started, sitting in our chair. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in. Exhale, sweep the arms down, diving forward. Last visit for your spine. Reach up, look up. And exhale, diving forward. Come back upright. My friends, namaste. I so appreciate you joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your practice. If you did enjoy it and you're not a subscriber, it's free. Just hit that subscribe button. You'll hear when new videos come out. Thank you so much for joining me.